At 9, schools across central Illinois canceled classes today, the threshold that makes them call a snow day. Also,
and again, we just want them to be able to touch base with their teachers if possible during the day.
Snow days usually mean adding school days at the end of the semester. How the Tremont School District is getting around that issue. And the new technology firefighters in Peru are using to battle blazes more efficiently. But first, many central Illinois schools have already missed several days so far this year. This tops our 9 at 9 tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Matt Sheehan. Because of the cold and snow, some districts are developing a workaround for those situations.
It may be too cold for kids to stand outside very long, but students in the Tremont School District went to school Friday.
We were watching it closely all through the day yesterday and then this morning.
Superintendent Jeff Hinman says deciding to close schools for a day can be tough.
Every superintendent has had a number of sleepless nights in the last couple of weeks because this pattern seems to stay with us.
Even when there's no snow or ice, wind chills can play a role in the decision.
Our magic number is probably -25, but again, there's a lot of factors.
A -25 wind chill can cause frostbite in as little as 30 minutes to any exposed skin, but some students will now be able to avoid frostbite and still continue learning.
We had taken some steps in the last week to put packets together for grade school kids at the high school. We have a laptop for all of our kids, and at the middle school it's a Chromebook.
The students will go online. We use Google Classrooms mostly, and we'll have activities for them to do, and they will either submit them through Google Classrooms or bring in the work when they come back to school.
Teachers like Jamie Freeman are on board with the decision, but some students would rather play in the snow.
We've only talked to them about it. There were some mixed emotions about it. They're excited that they don't have to make up the days, but they're kind of sad that they'll have work to do on that snow day.
I think it's a well we don't want to go to too often because we want the kids here. We want students in our buildings.
In Tremont, Zach Hatcher, WYZZ News.
Peoria Public Schools today closed because of frigid temps. We spoke with Peoria Public Schools about their plan moving forward if the freezing cold continues. Now, Treasurer Roberts joins us now with what they're planning for the rest of winter. Treasurer?
Matt, dozens of schools closed today because of the extremely cold weather. So far, students in District 150 have had 3 snow days, and each day that school is canceled will add an extra day onto the end of the school year. Originally, the last day of school was scheduled to be May 22nd, but as of now, it is projected to be May 28th. Director of Communications and Community Engagement for Peoria Public Schools, Tom Brook, spoke with us about the difficulty in finding an alternative to closing school completely with almost 13,000 students.
We have such a big district that it's a significant task to get our almost 13,000 kids, if they're all at home. It takes a while to get up to speed on that and be able to do online learning in the case of a snow cancellation.
The school district will continue working towards creating an online learning alternative, but as of now, their main priority is to ensure the safety of students.
Treasurer, thanks. After just an hour and 15 minutes today, jurors gave a not guilty verdict to the suspect in the death of Xavier Hartman. 59-year-old James Love was charged with first-degree murder for the fatal shooting of 19-year-old Xavier Hartman on June 19th of last year. He was charged for shooting Hartman after an altercation at Love's home. According to Love's testimony, Hartman hit Love first, and he then called his wife to call the police. The Register Mail reports Love, and he said he acted in self-defense. More and more people are flying out of the Peoria International Airport. In 2018, there were more than 650,000 passengers, which is a new record for the local airport. PIA saw 7 record months. June ended up being the busiest month in airport history. The previous record of flyers was set in 2015. President Trump says he has a deal to end the government shutdown. The temporary deal will open government departments and provide back pay for federal employees. The deal ends February 15th, and in the meantime, Trump says he wants Congress to negotiate a permanent deal and to fund the border. If lawmakers fail to find compromise, President Trump says he will use his power to declare a national emergency and build a border wall without congressional approval. Congressman Darren LaHood spoke on the issue and says he has a message if his Democratic constituents have concerns.
If you look at what the experts have asked for along the border, Where we can do fencing, we ought to do that. Where we can do a barrier, we ought to do that. Where we need drones, we need technology, we need to modernize our our enforcement mechanisms, we ought to do that too. But let's not make this political. Let's allocate the money, work in a bipartisan way to secure the border. It's going to be to the benefit of many, many people in this country.
Senator Dick Durbin today said he hopes we never have to face another shutdown, saying, quote, "Finally, President Trump has ended his disastrous government shutdown. One of the results of this embarrassing, destructive, and unnecessary government shutdown should be a new bipartisan rule which guarantees we will never face this again." Firefighters do their best to battle blazes and save lives, despite being put in harm's way. But Manash Kongwari explains how that could soon change with the creation of a smartphone app.
Well, yeah, Flow MSP is an app created by Jason Marvel of Streeter, and it's being used to aid first responders during crunch time. Marvel says he created the app after watching members of the Streeter Fire Department during their pre-planning process.
It was labor intensive, so it took Chief Byrd upwards of, I think, 2.5 hours to gather all the necessary information to be able to properly pre-plan that structure. So
the app gives fire departments the ability to view structures and which parts of that structure may be dangerous.
Every building is a little unique with the layout and the materials that are built with, and if we pre-identify those materials and the layout and everything in our plan, and you pull it up on the screen on your way to the fire, that helps you review what you've seen before, and it's going to help you initiate your plan.
And that information was used to aid Peru firefighters during the Wheat Sack Bros auto repair fire that happened on New Year's Eve.
We knew what the building was, we knew what our GPM was what we were going to need, and we exercised it.
Peru Fire Chief Jeff King says the information he and his staff got ultimately helped save lives.
But as far as a layout, the more information you have, just like a football game, the more information you have about the other team before you get there, the better you are. This is what this is. It's helping us out with our strategy. Once we get there, we know we have a lot of the information already answered.
Jason Marvel says he's glad people are finding out about the app and that it's helping fire departments.
that's why we're in business, keeping firefighters safe. Yep, keeping the community safe.
Now, right now, this app is only in Illinois, but Marvel says he will continue to update it in hopes to expand the app to other states. In Peru, I'm Manash Kongwari.
Despite the snowy weather, tons of community members came out to watch students play dodgeball. This is the 5th annual Game Ball Run Dodgeball Tournament hosted by Morton Junior High School. The tournament gave students a chance to play an exciting game, all while helping to raise money for the Children's Hospital of Illinois. The Dieters family was in attendance and were honored to be chosen as the Game Ball Miracle Family this year.
It's amazing to have such a top-notch hospital and doctors and nurses and staff here in our community. So this event is one of the things that raises a lot of money to help support that and keep that here.
We're just, like I said, excited to be somebody that can represent and tell our story, make people aware of the greatness that the Children's Hospital of Illinois really provides for this community.
That's a great story. Now, there were several teams playing in the Morton Junior High School gym with lots of energy and excitement. They believed it was a great way to have fun and give back at the same time. Now, a special gift of comfort is coming to kids staying at a local hospital. 10 years ago, Taylor Larson started Cuddles for Kids. Now, a decade later, her mission continues with the goal to collect 3,000 stuffed animals with the tag still attached. Larson believes the new teddy bears will bring hope to kids at the Children's Hospital of Illinois who might be hurting or scared.
As these kids are getting shots or the nurses are coming in, it's scary, and just to have something to hold on to give them a little bit of comfort means a lot.
All bears need to be turned in by Friday, February 8th. A full list of drop-off locations can be found on our website, ciproud.com. Now let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with a quick look at the forecast. Chris, how's it looking?
The snow's finally beginning to push out, which is some good news. We've picked up snowfall amounts generally in the 2 to 3 inch range. Has been fairly common throughout central Illinois this evening. 2 inches officially in Lincoln, 2.5 inches in normal East Peoria, 2.5, and Peoria 2.5. I know we picked up 2.3 here. at WMBD. Now the snow is beginning to taper off from west to east. You can see the snow line just now beginning to push east of I-55. Snow is going to continue to taper off as we head through the rest of tonight, followed by some clearing skies and temperatures that are going to get outright cold yet again. Now this time around it's looking to be a little bit warmer than it was early this morning. Wind chill's not quite as severe, but a sneak peek at your weekend forecast. More snow showers on the way. At least our temperatures are looking a little warmer, but they're not going to stay that way for long. Some of the coldest weather we have seen perhaps in decades could be moving in next week. We'll have that forecast coming up in just a little bit. Matt?
Chris, thanks. Coming up, how a Central Illinois man is helping entrepreneurs get their start. Then, the Marie Kondo craze is capturing Central Illinois. How you can bring more joy to your home.
Watching WYZZ News at 9.